There are a lot of exercise books out there. Some of them are super controversial. This is one of them. I haven't done the first exercise in here in a video in a long time, and I figured I would do this again to show you all what it's all about. I'm going to show you briefly over here what this exercise looks like on paper. You can get a copy of it for free from imslp.org. I will put a link in the description. So now on to how to do this exercise, and also why a lot of pianists freak out when I say this composer's name and the exercise book. Well, one of the main reasons is if you're doing this by yourself and you're not using correct technique, it really can be detrimental to your piano playing and not so good for your hands. You want to make sure that you are doing any exercise you do correctly so you don't do damage to anything, your hands, your carpal bones, your tendons. Want to make sure you're doing it right. If you're not sure, get a teacher and follow their directions. They very likely might even tell you, do Hanon, don't do Hanon. Stay away from Dohnanyi, he's crazy. But I'm going to show you it anyway. I think this exercise is wonderful. It helps to strengthen the weak fingers. So this is a finger isolation exercise. So I'm going to show you how the right hand works. The right hand, we're going to start by holding down just 3 notes. Now, once we have those held down, don't worry if it keeps making sound or not. The sound is not really what's important. Now, once we have this held down, make sure your wrist is nice and loose. You can move it up and down, side to side, move your arm around before you even start doing the actual exercise. The actual exercise here is a trill on 3 and 4. When I say trill, it does not mean it is going to be fast. We're doing this. Now, I'll say that there's not really a specific number of times you do it. In the music, it is 2 4 counts plus a 2 count, sort of. It has 3 measures. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And stops on 3 there. Now, after we do this one, we're going to hold down 1, 2, and 3. If your arm is already tired, you may want to just stop here. It should not feel pain. You should not feel any discomfort when you're doing these exercises, if you're doing them correctly. Now, as you're holding down 1, 2, and 3, we're going to do the same thing with fingers 4 and 5. This way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, hold. Of course, yes, these are triplets, if you're wondering what the rhythm is. Now, counting is not absolutely necessary for this. It doesn't really matter how many you do. It's about doing the exercise correctly, not rhythm. This is not a rhythm exercise. Now, the next one, you can already see I'm holding down 1, 2, and 4. And we're going to do the same with 3 and 5. Then I'm going to stop counting this time. Now, before I go on, did you notice that my wrist and arm are moving and flexible every time I do this? Let me show you the 3 and 5 again. See how my wrist and my arm, I'm going to go slowly. You can see that I'm doing this motion with my arm and my wrist. This is helping to keep everything flexible and loose. Now the next part, we're only holding down fingers 1 and 2. Fingers 1 and 2 are actually not used other than holding down notes in this one. My assumption for this, why it was written this way, is because they are the strong fingers. They're not really the ones that need to work out. But on the other hand, sometimes just holding down the weak fingers can be helpful. There's other exercises for that. Now this next part gets a little more challenging. You can always skip forward to the left hand part if you like. I have chapters listed in here. So this one does 4, 3, 5, 3 and repeats that 8 times. Now, as you get here, it doesn't stop. It keeps going on to the next exercise, but you can just stop, give yourself a break, then do the next exercise. We're going to do 4, 5, 3, 5, same thing. Okay, now the next one is going to alternate a little bit. It's going to do 4, 3, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 5. Like this. I'll go slowly so you can see it. And then it repeats. And then sorry for the hiccup there in it. There are 2 more beyond this. We're still holding down 1 and 2. Now this one is a little bit easier. We're going to do 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4. One more time. And the last one's easy, 3, 4, 5, 4. And that's through the whole exercise. So I will do a demonstration of both hands together at the end of the video. And if you wanted to see that, you can go to the chapter showing that. So now with the left hand, we're going to hold down fingers 1, 2, and 3. The reason this is slightly different to the right hand is this way, if you are playing this hands together, which actually I don't necessarily recommend for most pianists playing this hands together, is that each hand is going to play the same notes on the trill part of the exercise. So it ends up sounding very ugly here and ends up playing the same notes. So we're holding these 3 down. It's the same exact note exercise. The finger patterns will be different. We're going to trill 5 and 4. Now we're going to trill 4 and 3. I'll go a little quicker, but you can always pause and rewatch. Sorry about that one. Holding down 1, 2, and 4. We're going to play 5 and 3. Now we're going to hold down 1 and 2 here. And this is again the same pattern. The finger patterns are going to be a little different because of course it's the left hand, but it's the same pattern of notes. So 4, 5, 3, 5 to start. I'll go a little slower. The next one is 4, 3, 5, 3. I'm doing a little bit less with the left hand. You can keep going and double it up like we did before with the right hand. And then 4, 5, 3, 5, 4, 3, 5, 3, like this. Then the next one is just 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. And the last one, 5, 4, 3, 4. Going back to the technique, remember, watch my arm and my wrist. We're moving all the time. If you even just get stuck on the very first one, that is okay. First one here, just making sure that you have wrist rotation and arm. And over-exaggerating is not a bad thing. It's better to over-exaggerate these motions than it is to not do the motions. If you ever notice, some pianists over-exaggerate their wrist movements and, they're playing. They're over-exaggerating all of this stuff. That is a lot better than stiff playing. Stiff playing is what leads to issues in the hands and the wrists, or one of the many things that can. I'm going to show the whole thing with both hands. I'm going to go very slowly through the exercise so that you can see the entire thing. And I will go slowly, and I will not be doing any repeats, so it's just going to go straight through. And you can do as many repetitions of any one of these pieces of the exercise, and there's no need to go through the entire thing. If you like it, that's great. make sure you're paying attention to your hand and wrist health and you don't feel any discomfort when you're playing. When I say discomfort, I mean pain. You do work out the muscles, just like any workout. If the muscles are a little stiff, that's okay. Very slowly. Sorry, that one wasn't held down well enough for you to see it as good, so. Now just 1 and 2 held down. I'll redo that one so you can see the orange. See how it just keeps going? One other little side note, if you notice that you hear like extra, like kind of ringing sounds coming from your piano, if you have a real piano, that is due to harmonics of holding down notes as you play other notes. So this is the first exercise in this book. I'm not going to say that this is a great exercise for everyone. I will be showing other exercises from this book that are just as controversial, I would say. And for most pianists, especially beginners, I will say it's not necessarily the best exercise for you, but there's nothing wrong with trying something and trying something that's a little different just to get the fingers a little bit of a different workout. Again, it comes from this book right here, Dohnanyi. He was I believe, a Hungarian pianist who wrote actually some pretty good regular music as well. This is just, unfortunately, the one thing he's known for is the finger exercises that many pianists don't like. If you want to see any specific finger exercises or anything on the piano, please let me know. I'd be happy to add some videos for that.